Hey, good afternoon. Happy Thursday. I'm Larry the Lion. This is my podcast. Thanks for watching today. Appreciate you guys. Uh, it's really important for me to keep consistent with this podcast. Um, I'm willing to do what other people won't do. Like Pace says, like one of the things we talked about um, is, being willing to do what other people won't want to do. Um, and that's where I'm at with going to community camp. I'm took a job here so I could be consistent with this podcast because I committed to myself and committed to other people that are supporting me and encouraging me. Um, so I'm always going to be consistent with this. It's really, really important for me to do this and show up because this thing may not seem like something important to you, but it is important to me. And um, I'm really grateful to be able to do this podcast um, because it kept me going a lot of times when I was in New Philadelphia, Ohio, and when I just wanted to lay in bed and give up. Things were so challenging there, and I'm not gonna talk about why they were challenging there, but they were. And um, it's this is important to me. This is one thing I'm going to be consistent at. No matter if I got 10 subscribers on YouTube, hopefully I'll have thousands one day, or I will. But I'm not doing it for monetization. I'm not doing it for to get followers and likes and all that. I do this because I believe in this. I believe in sharing my story so other people can be encouraged. They see what's possible. They see that due to like over here. Where's he at here? Abraham Gray here. Took a chance on me, invited me to the first the deal maker in Tampa, invited me back to New Jersey, and then told me that Donna, his wife, said I was her right hand man, and she needs me to all the future deal makers. So that was really, really important for me to continue to do this because my life matters to me and my story matters to other people. Um, because and I hear it from people. They say, "Dude, you're inspiring." They say, "Keep going." Um, we love what you're doing. I try and bring value when I'm calling agents. And I'm gonna try and figure out some other stuff here too. Um, to bring more value, even though I'm only doing this for like 30 minutes now and I'm not being able to do my 10-hour episodes. I do have Saturday and Sunday off, but um, this Saturday and Sunday I'm going to be looking for anybody that needs some help calling somebody. I mean, I'll work for $4 an hour. I just want to be able to have a little bit of money for food and an emergency or something when I'm stuck at the airports for a couple days. I literally had to book a flight because it was the cheapest and it was the last one. With the help from my friend Elizabeth, she paid the 650 extra that I needed to get on that flight. Um, we already have a reservation at the Red Lion. Thank you, Elizabeth, for that. But the flight I took is leaving a day later than the rest of everybody else is pulling out on Sunday in Montana. So I'm going to be stuck there till the 31st, and then I won't get home till the 1st. I probably won't get home till the 2nd, actually, because the last flight comes in from Philadelphia. So, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to go to community camp because it's so very important for me after my journey. I'm telling a girl here at work, we sell vacations here, Monster Vacations. They're actually really good packages. They never expire. You get, they're actual vacations, but you don't have to do a timeshare tour either with these. So it's just a genuine vacation package. We got like 4.9 rating on our 21,000 reviews, 11 years with a A plus rating in Better Business Bureau. So it's not a timeshare package what I'm doing here, but it's the only job I could take that I knew there was a base pay. I knew he would hire me that day. I wouldn't have to come back for any other interviews. I had went to McDonald's right by my Crunch Fitness, but the guy told me I was overqualified. He said, he goes, I know you're not going to stay here if I hire you. And he goes, you sound like an amazing guy and you have an amazing story, but he goes, I know you wouldn't be a long-term employee with us, and that's what we're looking for here at this McDonald's. And so that fell through. But so I took this because I'm able to do my podcast still. I worked out a deal with the owner here. I said, look, I just give me my two 15-minute breaks and my 30-minute altogether. Let me sit here and use your Wi-Fi. I'll go in the other room. And I told him my story, and he said, wow. He goes, sure, I'll let you do that. And he's really supportive, even though I've been late the last 3 days because of the buses. Like, I literally left at 7:30 this morning and didn't get here till 10:22. 3 hours this morning, 3 hours coming home Monday night. Somebody gave me a ride last night. One of the guys that works here. I'm hoping maybe I'll be able to continue getting rides, but I don't want to pull him out of his way. And he's a nice guy, but he talks about stuff that I don't want to remember and stuff. And maybe I'm supposed to hear his problems and give him advice. Maybe the God put me in that seat sitting next to him on the ride home to let him talk about his problems, and maybe I could give him some advice. But it is what it is. I'm almost done sharing here. Just got to make sure I don't share it a couple places. But so it's really important for me to get to go to that community camp. And I was really happy to tell Pace this morning when I posted a picture that he had posted in the Sub 2 private Facebook group of him and Tim Ballard, and where Donald Trump was apparently. I don't know. I'm not sure if Pace is meeting with Biden or he was talking about referring to a meeting with President Trump. But he said it was life-changing. He sent me a message. Let me go back to Instagram and pull that up. Where's messages? So I posted the picture and I tagged Tim Ballard in it and Pace. He says, so excited to announce that Tim Ballard will be flying to the community camp next week. Jerry Norton and I are so dang excited to bring this to our community together as we can change the world, right? So I made a picture of that, posted it in my Instagram, Facebook story, tagged Tim and Pace in it. And Pace, put a heart on it. He says, wow, what an experience. From the invitation to the flight back, memory making and life changing. And that's what community camp is to me, life changing. And it's all to this lady right here who picked me, being a jetty. I got to thank my buddy Josh Grimmett, who joined Sub 2 yesterday. I'm so happy for him finally. He's been on the fence about it, scared to do it. But finally he took a plunge in, and his referral link I used for Alicia Tompkins, she's the head of enrollment for Sub 2, got me reinstated back into Sub 2. So, I told Pace, because I told him when we were in that Uber in New Jersey, I said, I'm going to get caught up. And I did today. So thank you, Jesus. But sorry, get emotional. It's just like I was telling the girl here at work 17 months ago. I was on the streets of Vegas, and to go from that to going to Montana with all these amazing people and all the other people selected and everybody that's going to be there and creating relationships and building relationships. I'm so grateful. Thank all the glory goes to God because and Pace over here. If it wouldn't have been for that 1 minute Facebook ad, I would probably be dead. Not probably. I would be. Um, I was on such a horrible road. You'd think after 17 months I wouldn't get emotional anymore, but I do. And it comes from my gratitude. And see, I can't even look at the camera because I'm all. Comes from being grateful, and part of what kept me going was this podcast. I started this December 22nd after what was it? Abraham Gray and Pace did the first Get Creative, and one of the things that burned into my brain was, if you're gonna do it, do it. When you say you're gonna show up, show up, and if you're gonna do it, be consistent. And one of the things that I've learned through sub 2 is being relentlessly consistent, like Sam Singh said to me. He goes, dude, you are relentlessly consistent. If nothing else, you're gonna succeed because you are consistent. No matter what challenges I'm going through, like spending 5 to 6 hours a day on a bus to go work for 8 hours at a job where it's allowing me to do this podcast and is barely going to pay my bills. I made a sale on the first day. I haven't made any yet. I had one earlier today that she couldn't pay for it until next Friday. So it is a little challenging in this phone room. I expected to be doing better already because I was really good at this when I was in Vegas last year. But I'm sticking to a script, and I'm not. I ain't gonna lie. Last year I elaborated quite a bit and didn't tell them all the pitfalls of like they had to go spend 7 hours on a timeshare tour. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna be able to stay at one of the hotels. Blah 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 blah. But I've changed and evolved and grown in the past 17 months. I still got a lot of growing to do. I still got a lot of changes to make. I still got a lot of work to do on myself, but I am making progress every day. Sometimes it's super slow, sometimes it's fast. And then, yesterday, 2 days before, me and Keegan, my sub 2 buddy here in St. Pete, we walked the property that I'm trying to buy from the agent real estate investor that I live in right now, that I'm paying $250 a week for just a room. It's got some issues. There might be termites. It's a stick frame home. There's a little you can see in the roof, it's got a little dip in it. The house, every single door in the house is not flush. There's gaps in them. Almost like 4 or 5 of them, the locks don't actually lock and close on it. So there's a lot of issues with the way she rehabbed it. It looked like she put vinyl flooring over the old wood. So every time you take a step in the whole house, it creaks. It makes crackling noises. So it would probably need flooring. It probably going to need might have termites. There's issues with a couple windows. The roof is new shingles, but I think the structure of the house might be a little bit off. Me and Keegan were talking about. So I don't know what to do because I still got to get pad split in there. I need to get a contractor over there. They're also going to need tree work because nobody's want to stay in the jungle. The trees are all, the palm trees. It costs like $1,000 to trim up a palm tree, clean it up. The only thing good is there's no bugs, no rodents in the house. I haven't seen any kind of bugs in the house, which is good, especially for Florida. But I don't know whether I should just put it under contract and assign it, But then that goes against what Pace says. I got to find a buyer first for that house. And anybody that's going to be a buyer is going to, see the same problems that me and Keegan saw with it. The other issue with pad split is he said he doesn't think pad split will put the bedroom or fill the bedrooms in the additional dwelling unit, because we were going to use two of those big giant storage sheds from like Home Depot, and they're like $10,000 each. Then you got to build out two 80 square foot bedrooms and a kitchen, and it's they were both 16 by 24. And the city says that you can build 800 square feet additional dwelling unit on the extra lot that's attached to the home I'm in. So I should have, in retrospect, maybe took that 90-10 deal that Pace talked me out of on Wholesale Hotline last week. But either way, I'm going to be okay no matter what. Whenever I worry about things like worrying about having money to get food while I'm going to Montana, and while I'm there, about I know I'll have my rent paid tomorrow because I think I got $113 left in my checking, and tomorrow I get 1 day of pay from last week where I got a bonus, so I'm just barely gonna get it paid tomorrow. It's $250 a week. I don't want the agent investor where I'm living, to get mad at me because she kicked out some guy last night in the back room, and that's another challenge. It only works if it's fully rented and if I'm paying rent. So if I take it over subject to, it's $19.98 on the pity, about $400 on the bills, and then it's going to be $522 on seller carryback. So we're already at $3,000, and if it's full with 3 tenants right now, it's $3,300. Well, she kicked the guy out last night, who didn't pay this week, and so that's $1,000. So if I take over the house subject to and it's not rented, while I'm putting in the extra bedroom in the kitchen or in the living room, converting to 2 or maybe only 1 in the garage because the square footage, that's why I need to get pad split in there to look at it. And then I would have to convert the back one back. So I don't have any extra funds to overcome all that. Whoever the private money lender would be, I'm going to need all kinds of funds. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, yeah. Put me on the do not call list. Thanks. Bye. Um, thought that was a realtor calling me back. I still have a couple follow ups going with a few realtors, but I was supposed to have somebody helping me. She's a great girl. Her name is Rachel. She's spending some time with her family in California. She's gonna help me and Tigger with our CRM. She's gonna do some back end work, hopefully. Still, I keep on finding integrators that once I tell them what we want them to do as an integrator, they're not able to do that. But now that I'm back in the private Facebook group and sub 2, now I can maybe advertise and find an integrator that want to work with someone who wants to start out. I don't care if they're a super good integrator or they're a brand new integrator, but somebody that wants to grow with me and Tigger's team. Tigger's starting her podcast too. It's sub 2 with Tigger 2. Wait, yeah, sub 2 and Tigger 2. That's the name of her. She got approval from Molly and Pace to do sub 2 and Tigger 2 because she had a really great logo that she made. It looks really cool. And one of these days I'll be able to afford a logo and stuff for my Larry the Lion, but I'm working with just what I can create, and it's okay, but it's not professional looking. I haven't ever had time to fully build out my YouTube and get it organized, and I'm always trying to do something. And like I said, I'm not doing this for monetization. I'm doing this because it keeps me accountable. It keeps me consistent, and I get people that tell me that I'm making differences, that I've changed their life, or they did something differently, or they just are really inspired by what I'm doing, by sharing all my successes and challenges. I'm willing to do what other people won't, is what Pace had told me in the airport. That's why he's going to be a billionaire. Because I had asked him, did a 7-second question that Elon Musk asks every people that's going to work with him, and I was proposed that question by this guy last year when I was barely a month clean. And it was for a program called Zero to Dangerous, Flow State by Stephen Kotler. If you want to look that book up, it's a great book. But I told the guy, I said, look, I ain't got $4,000. Um, but he goes, well, it's okay. He goes, when you can get in, but I just need to, answer one more question to see if you'd be a fit for the program or not. And he said, he goes, don't think about it too hard. He said, this is what Elon Musk asks every employee or future partner that he's going to work with, not employees, because he doesn't interview all his employees. But, and he says, just whatever answer comes to your mind, it's the right answer. It's not wrong. It is what it is. And so I did it to Pace, and I'm explaining this to him, and he's standing. We're waiting for the priority check-in because he's got the admiral status with American Airlines. So I want to be like Pace. I'm going to fly American and be an admiral too one day. That's who I booked my flight again with. I also booked my flight because American doesn't charge, lets me bring on 2 carry-ons. I can bring on my computer and my backpack, and because I'm going to do my podcast in Montana, I'm going to do it. I'm going to find a way because it's important to me. But I want to be an admiral status like him one day. But he's standing there, and I says, all right, so Pace, you ready? He's like, yeah. I go, what are you doing in 10 years? And he said, I'm a billionaire, instant, like that. And I said, well, my answer was, when the guy asked me, I said, instantly, I said, I'm speaking to 100,000 people at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. And then he was like, wow. Pace was like, he's like, dude, I don't think I've spoke to more than 5,000 people. And he goes, that's pretty, 100,000. That's a lot. And I'm like, well, Pace, I didn't say I was going to fill the stadium. Just said I'd be speaking to 100,000 people. They may not be there to see me personally, but I'll be speaking to them. It could be a football game, it could be whatever. But I honestly and strongly and deep in my heart believe that that is going to be true in 9 years from now. And how did I get there? How would I even? I don't even know why I said it then, but probably that's why this podcast started, because of that subconscious thought I put in my subconscious mind. And so that's why I keep on doing this too, because all these people like Tony Robbins and stuff, and Dean Graziano, Pace, they all started at zero. And like even Pace will tell you, when they started doing a Sunday service, it was a grind for a long time. Before he wasn't having million subscribers, but look at him now. He's got a million subscribers there. So that's how it starts. You got to start from zero, but you have to be consistent too. You have to show up when you're going to show up, and be consistent and put the work in. Do what others are not willing to do. A lot of people aren't willing to ride a bus for 5 or 6 hours so they can pay their rent, so they can go to community camp because it's so freaking important to them, and continue to do my podcast, because whatever job I took, wherever it was, I was going to do this because this is important to me, and it keeps me consistent, keeps me focused, and keeps me accountable. Because if I'm left alone by my devices and by my mind, it's not good when my mind starts playing tricks on me, talking and telling me, oh, you're not good enough, you don't deserve any of this shit, you don't believe, shouldn't be going to community camp with all these people. You were like Vina told me, and 100 other sub 2 students in the Zoom where she taught me napkin underwriting. She was speaking about imposter syndrome. I didn't even know what imposter syndrome was until she had mentioned it. And um And then Sam Singh tells me it's not real. It's a lie. So I thought I suffered from imposter syndrome, but it's a lie. And like Pace told me in the last three conversation in Miami, New Jersey, and then Wholesale Hotline, it's all mindset. He said we talked about this in the airport. My mindset. He was talking about his, and because Pace struggles with mindset issues too. Unbelievably, you wouldn't think so, but he does, and I do definitely do. So, but like he told me in Miami, he said, and I asked him, I said, Pace, just tell me one thing. Um, just he, I forgot how I posed the question exactly, but he said, Larry, it's all mindset. When you realize that, everything changes. And I heard it, but I didn't get it. And then when we're in New Jersey, we're talking about it again, and we're going through it. It's a lot much longer conversation, but I still didn't quite get it. And even for this past week and a half now, or almost week and a half since the wholesale hotline. Um, hey, Stacia. Oh, there you are. You finally got your full name. Happy Thursday. It is mindset. It's all mindset, and I can choose to let my mind play tricks on me and say, "Hey, you're worrying," or I can believe that everything's gonna be okay. And trust God and have faith. Just have faith, because every time he shows up every time. So you know, and like I always said, there's so many sub two students and other people that have helped me on my journey. Like my friend Stacy, she's been a great, 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 encouraging, and supportive person. She has helped, donated in the past to me. Um, I will pay it forward. I will pay it back. I'm not here just asking for random stuff. Um, I don't do anything stupid. Um, I it's going towards community campus. It's going to be for food. It's going to just have a little bit of spending money, so I don't feel broke around all the other people that are going. I don't want to sit there and order water while everybody else is eating, and then I mean, I know they're feeding us a couple times, but I won't be able to do anything extra. I don't know. There's park entrance fees. Like if we go to Glacier, I don't know if they're paying for that, but there's stuff in the. I'm gonna be stuck in Philadelphia for I think 10 hours. So even after the event, even if they feed us, I think they're feeding us like every day a little bit, but not the whole like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm not sure if the Red Lion's gonna have like a breakfast or something. But I mean, I know I'm not gonna starve because I still got like another 100 pounds to lose. Well, like 85 more I want to lose. I want to be at 188.8. That's my goal weight. From starting at 500 pounds at the start of the pandemic, I've lost 226 pounds since then. And since 17 months ago, I lost 176 pounds. That's 10 pounds a month. Pretty crazy, huh? But I still got 85 more to go, or 90 more, something like that. 90. So I don't. I'm not good at math. I gotta get a calculator. Thank God for calculators, right? But I hate asking, but one more time, I need more and more help. Just if you guys can help out in any way, I promise I'll pay it back, pay it forward. I have everybody that's ever helped me written down. I have the amount, and I had a couple of deals fall through. That first deal I got, we only got 26.66 on it. I was expecting 33.33, and then there was a couple other ones me and Sam and Cody had. I had one fall through with me and Kevin Cho. I know you're not supposed to get your hopes up and count on them, but I did. So it is what it is. But I was hoping to never have to go back to a WQ, and here I am. Now it's I want to sit here and call agents all day. I was doing that with Dylan and Angie's team. Dylan and Angie and Joey are working on a couple deals right now still. That potential deals. I know they sent out LOIs and they're negotiating, so I might have another one coming. But without me, I don't have everything set up on this Chromebook like on my laptop. I don't have all the stuff that I need to even make calls here, and even just the 30 minutes that I can do this right now. It's going to be kind of tight. There's people walking by and kids, the owner's got his kids out here screaming. It's challenging, but um, so I'm just grateful to be able to still do this, and be part of the greatest community on earth and be officially back in sub two. Thank you, Josh Grimmin, for using the referral link from Alicia Tompkins. If anybody wants else to join sub two and please reach out to me. Because I still need more help paying my bill down. I got behind, when my car died after I went to go to see Pace in Chicago. I ended up in New Philadelphia, Ohio, and jumped on an Amtrak train on faith. And people like Abraham and so many others helped me out. You know, Tigger, Sherry. There's so many people I could list right now. I don't have the list in front of me, but all the people: Julie Burkhardt, Julie Voss, Olga, Alex Pasa, Karen Minerva, I can't, Valerie, man, I can't remember her full name right now, but I got her in my mind. I got everybody pictured in my mind that I need to pay it back or pay it forward to. Andrea's top Florida realtor. So many people that have helped me to continue my journey and continue my progress. Stacy, here, want to hear. Um, I'm so grateful, and without all that help, um, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I wouldn't be going to community camp. I wouldn't have been invited back to the Deal Maker. I wouldn't be going to Scottsdale in November. Um, that's, it just blows my mind where I came from 17 months ago. And I was telling the girl here, there's like 4 girls that work here, and they're all make sure they're not around, but they're all on prison release working here. They have like ankle monitors, they have a thing. And I was telling her, I said, like, and she goes, what did you used to do 17 months ago? I said, I was on the streets of Las Vegas. Like, literally. I was living with a 14-year convicted murderer, leader of the Bloods in Las Vegas, crack dealer. And I stayed clean for that whole 10 months. I could have knocked on the wall and got dope. But I made a commitment. I asked God to remove that from me, and He did. I had a gram a day of heroin, 32 years of crack, and I go from that hell to where I'm at now, and that's why it's so important. Thank you, Jesus. But one day I won't be able to cry when I'm talking about it. But it means everything to me to go to this camp. But I got 7 minutes. I gotta go back in and try and get some more sales and work for my $10 an hour, which I'm grateful for that. You know, I I don't care if I'm rich. I just want to help people, whether it's through any way I can, to showing what I've been through, so they don't have to go through it. Showing them what's possible. And it's kind of ironic. I'm gonna end it with this, but when I was reading my Bible app this morning, it was, hold on. It said here, one of the prayers was, God, I don't want to face my challenges alone. I've made mistakes in the past, and to move forward, I know I need help from others. Please give me the courage to confess my mistakes to trusted people. Surround me with a community who's willing to hear my struggles, pray with me, and encourage me to live more like you each day. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. When I saw that, surrounded me with a community, and that's what he did. And that Super Bowl Sunday, when I took my last hit of crack, last hit of heroin, I said, God, I'm done. I said, this man, where's he at? Here? Wait, wait, right there. This man is Willy Wonka, and this is my last shot at a golden ticket. I had no idea about the golden ticket events at that time, but those were the exact words I said. I said, I need all new friends, all new family. And he gave me the greatest community on earth. That's why this is so important. So please, if you guys can help out, I really appreciate it. I promise I'll pay it back, pay it forward. But I gotta go back to work. And look at it, it's 111. Angel numbers. I always see those angel numbers. I gotta go. Thanks, guys. I love you. Thank you, Sub 2. Thank you, Pace, Vina, Abraham, everybody.